Have you ever asked yourself how Poise really works in the latest Dark Souls? Here is a quick overview. By now, everyone is familiar with the concept of hyper armor, a mechanic which allows you to not get staggered during the swing of your heavy weapon, that is, during your hyper armor frames. But that's far from everything you need to know about Poise. For starters, each weapon has two properties, Poise Health and Poise Damage. The way they work is that during hyper armor frames, each time you are hit, your Poise Health will decrease by the amount of Poise damage of your opponent's weapon. Once it reaches 0, you stagger. However, outside of the so-called hyper armor frames, no amount of Poise or Poise Health will stop you from getting staggered. You should also remember that your Poise Health doesn't regenerate, but it refills to 100% after reaching 0 or after 30 seconds without taking damage. Another way to recover Poise Health is to perform an attack with hyper armor, which resets your Poise Health to 80%, but if you perform a weapon art with hyper armor, it will actually reset it back to full. Now the question is, where does the Poise stat come in action? The Poise stat itself works as a shield which blocks part of the incoming Poise damage. This allows you to poise through attacks you couldn't otherwise. In case you want to know the amount of Poise you should have in order to tank certain attacks, you can use the following formula. Here you have your Poise stats, your weapon's Poise health, and the Poise damage of the enemy's weapon. But if you want to poise through an attack with only 80% of your Poise health, you need to multiply it by 0.8. Of course that no one expects you to use this formula on the fly, but you can use it to plan your build and know beforehand with which weapons you can trade it with. Let's look at some examples. Here, two players trade hits using the Great Sword while both having low poise. This ends up with both players getting staggered. However, in this other example, one of them has heavy armor which makes him able to poise through the opponent's attack even though both are using exactly the same weapon. This revamped poise system is great and brings a lot of benefits to the use of heavy armor, which raises the question, what's your favorite poise build?